South Africa is full of crime, and robberies aren't uncommon. However, sometimes that tends to lead to some awkward scenarios for the burglars. Today, we'll take a look at when robbers enter the wrong house in South Africa. Let's dive right in. This man suddenly jumps into a house without any hesitation, but his impulsive move quickly backfires. Seconds later, two dogs charge toward him, moving at full speed. They're not there to play, they're ready to attack. A woman pulls into her driveway when another car appears behind her. Armed robbers jump out, demanding she exit the vehicle. But instead of backing down, she reacts quickly, slamming the car into reverse and crashing into theirs. She doesn't stop, forcing them out into the street. Realizing they're outmatched, the robbers abandon their car and flee. But if you thought that was wild, just wait for this next clip. Three masked men break into a home, flipping on lights and acting like they own the place. What they don't realize is that they're being watched by a Ring camera with the owner on the other end. Suddenly, a voice echoes through the house. The thieves freeze, panic setting in. Their masks can't hide their shock. In an instant, they're rushing to escape, leaving everything behind. A thief attempts to steal an Amazon package, but he picks the wrong house. The homeowner, an ex-Marine, had set up a booby trap. As soon as the thief grabs the package, the trap is triggered. Caught off guard, he panics and stumbles back, trying to act casual. And if you think that's bad, wait until you see what happens next. A man and woman approach their car when armed criminals suddenly rush from their getaway vehicle. The victims are quickly overpowered and forced inside, likely to give up valuables. Moments later, the criminals emerge, but this time, a man is right behind them. He steps in, takes control, and ensures the criminals won't be coming back. A thief pulls up in a silver SUV, approaches a package like he owns the place. What he doesn't realize is that he's being watched live. The homeowner sees everything on his Ring camera and quickly makes his presence known. A warning blasts through the mic, freezing the thief in his tracks. Realizing he's caught, he panics and rushes back to his SUV, speeding off. But if you thought that was embarrassing, this next guy has it even worse. A man who once committed a robbery with a group tries to pull off another one, but this time he's alone, and this time he gets caught. Nervous and under pressure, he spills everything, naming names, explaining the setup, and admitting his friends sent him. Things take a turn for the worse when the victim confronts him face to face, making serious threats. At that point, the thief has nothing left to say, revealing even how his own crew robbed him at gunpoint. Three criminals casually open a gate and stroll in, acting like they own the place. But what they don't realize is that the homeowner isn't about to let this happen. As one of them moves closer to the house, he suddenly freezes. Then, without warning, he turns and runs. Why? Because the homeowner is right there holding a shotgun. In that moment, all their confidence fades, and they quickly flee. Well, this wasn't that bad though, if you compare it with this next guy. A man breaks into his neighbor's house and steals everything. Her TVs, PlayStation, even her baby's iPad. But she's not letting that slide. Instead of calling the police, she heads straight to his house and confronts him. Furious, she points at the stolen items in his living room. The thief quickly realizes he's robbed the wrong person. She's not alone. She has backup. They made him return every item he took. The thief, realizing he has no escape, runs down the street as she shouts after him, ensuring he won't forget this. A white car slows down near a residence in South Africa, while another car enters the area. Unbeknownst to the driver, they're being followed. As the targeted car stops by the gate, the culprits move in. They first approach the security guard, likely to neutralize any interference, but a small distraction gives the driver just enough time to escape. Realizing their plan has failed, the robbers panic and scramble to flee. Struggling to reverse with the gate now closed behind them, their escape turns chaotic. After forcing the gate open, they speed off. It was a terrifying moment for the residents, but fortunately, no one was hurt. Hold on a second, because this next crew had it even worse. Criminals follow their victims home, waiting for the right moment. As the car parks, the robbers rush in, targeting the vehicle. Inside, three women panic but don't resist. They run straight into the house, leaving the car behind. The criminals take control of the vehicle, but there's a problem. The gate closes behind them. They ram the car in reverse, breaking through the gate. Just as they try to escape, a man rushes out with a stapler and chases them off. They weren't expecting that. A man approaches a porch and grabs a package, thinking no one is watching. But he's wrong. Seconds later, another man appears and forces him to return the package. A man walks up and starts playing with someone's dog, looking harmless at first. But suddenly he climbs the gate and attempts to steal the pit bull with the owner right there. The homeowner quickly steps in, stopping him in his tracks. Stealing a dog in broad daylight with the owner watching? That's a whole new level of foolishness. Criminals arrive at the front entrance, tools in hand, ready to break in. At first, they struggle with the door and retreat quickly. Moments later, they return, working together to force the door open. But just as fast as they entered, they're seen running back out. The alarm went off, and they weren't prepared for that. And in the next clip, another group learns the hard way that some homes just aren't worth the risk. These men struggle to open a gate, unaware the owner is watching. When the owner reveals himself, a tense stare-down ensues. Realizing their failure, the intruders walk away. A bold move in broad daylight, but security systems and guard dogs make all the difference. The video shows officers standing over this thief as he lies on the ground, battered and subdued. Weak and in pain, he confirms his identity when questioned. The homeowner, calm but displeased, explains how the intruder had no way out. Trapped with the door locked, he was at the mercy of someone who could have done much worse, but chose to let the police handle it. The thief is fortunate. Though he received a harsh lesson, he is still alive to reflect on his choices. A BMW pulls into a residence at night, everything seeming normal, until suddenly, a man appears from behind, approaching the car. Within seconds, more men join in. This was a hijacking in progress. But the driver? He wasn't about to be a victim. Reacting fast, he manages to escape safely, leaving the criminals empty-handed. A close call, but a lucky escape. And if you thought that was intense, wait until you see what happens next. A man confronts a woman who stole a bike, and things quickly escalate. He hands her a one-chip challenge chip, and she eats it. The pain is immediate, and it's clear she wasn't prepared. At that moment, she's regretting more than just the bike, her entire day. Criminals approach a gate, working to break the lock system. At first, only one suspect is seen at the gate, while the others remain in the getaway car. Once the gate opens, another criminal joins, moving toward the house with tools to break the door locks. A third, limping, follows them inside. The getaway driver reverses the car, preparing to flee, but suddenly, chaos erupts. One of the criminals sprints back to the car, panicked, with his two partners close behind. Whatever happened inside, it wasn't what they expected. And speaking of plans going horribly wrong, this next thief should have picked a different target. A thief steals a laptop, an ID, and other personal items, likely for fraud. His mistake? The owner tracks him down. Cornered, the thief tries to act innocent, making excuses, but the evidence is clear. Tension builds as the owner lunges, and chaos follows. The camera shakes, people shout, and the thief is in full panic mode. Then the video cuts off.